Okay, Progressive has gotten back to me, so now let's start this whole thing again. He or she, Casey, first with me and said, "Our office represents Progressive Insurance regarding the policy currently in collections. Progressive is extending a significant opportunity to resolve this matter with a 50% reduction. How touching. What time today works best for you to jump on a quick call so we can finalize this?" And I said, "Casey, let me share with you the circumstances of this balance since you probably have not been filled in. In July 2023, I filed a simple name change with the FMCSA. Specifically, I added a DBA to my business name. Progressive at this time needed to submit updated filings, which they did. The FMCSA made a mistake on their end, which amounted to an additional name change being filed and required another submission of updated filings from Progressive. I called and emailed Progressive multiple times over the following month, both stating that it appeared that new filings needed to be submitted again and asking that this be done. Multiple Progressive agents and representatives declined to do this because they did not understand why it would be necessary. As a result of not receiving the required filings from Progressive, the FMCSA placed my business out of service and I lost over $20,000 in committed jobs while gaining some angry customers. My payments to Progressive were completely up to date at the time that I was placed out of service. I continued to pay for commercial insurance even while I was not allowed to operate commercially, but I asked Progressive to pay out a downtime claim once I was informed that this was an option. The downtime claim was denied as Progressive determined that the issue was not their fault, despite the fact that I had stated correctly that new filings needed to be done by Progressive and asked that they be done, to no avail. Due to the financial impact of the situation, I failed to make my next payment to Progressive, although I did make it in part. Progressive has now added fees or other costs so as to cause an increase in the total amount that I owe rather than reasonable compensation for their error. I have made this situation clear to Progressive at every opportunity and asked that it be made right, but it never has been. Progressive also later agreed to write a new policy with me, but as soon as the policy was active, they threatened to cancel it if they did not receive what they said I owed on the previous one. If I did not pay it, Progressive canceled. Sorry, I did not pay it, and Progressive canceled my new policy that was in good standing on my end. In other words, used my own policy that I was paying for as blackmail against me to achieve the outcome of payment on the previous one and cost me further personal losses by canceling the policy prematurely and without any other grounds. Please let me know what you can do to address this situation. Although I appreciate you and I know that you had nothing to do with any of this situation and very likely as an individual want to help, I have spent literal hours, probably days, talking with individuals at Progressive who have later done nothing. Please pass me to someone with decision-making power or let me know that you are unable to do so. Thank you. Signed, Jimmy. And then Casey said, "Wow, Jimmy, I am so sorry you had to deal with this frustrating situation. Has your agent tried to reach anyone on your behalf for this? They usually have good points of contacts. I am no one to make those decisions, but I will be sure to forward this email and ask that someone reaches out to you to go over this with you. I apologize that I can't help more with this situation. Exclamation point. Thanks, Casey." So I thought that was kind of done. And I said, "Casey, let me share with you." Nope, that's all out of order there. Okay. Here it is. "Casey, like I said, you're just doing your job and have nothing at all to do with this. Thank you for your kind words and forwarding the email. My agent at the time was not particularly knowledgeable. I've spoken to some customer resolution specialists, though. Progressive, as a company, seems to have their way to want to handle it, and any individual, including managers, who say they will handle it differently eventually become unreachable." And that is a very strange thing that's happened. And I've had managers tell me very clearly, "This is wrong. I will look into what I need to do. I will be back to you soon. This is my direct number. Feel free to call me back at any time." And then no response. I call them, they don't pick up. Call them over and over and over again, don't pick up. Pretty weird. I said, "I don't expect much to come from any voluntary action on Progressive's part, but I do appreciate your response." And I left it at that. I figured it was done. And then today, "Hi, Kane and Weiner," it's probably Weiner. "Kane and Weiner represents the above mentioned client regarding this commercial policy. We've been trying to contact you for several months to discuss this." That's funny. He just figured that out. That's definitely going to be a question I ask when I call him back because I have not gotten a single phone call or email about this. I can work with you on a payment plan or settlement if needed. Oh, again, what a kind offer. I need to hear from you today. Really. It's been like 2 years, but today's the only one day that you could possibly hear from me and settle this. Please call me at call 818.
Your call has been forwarded to the voicemail for Casey. No one is available to take your call. At the tone, please record your message. When you've finished recording, you may hang up or press the pound key for more options.
Hey Casey, this is Jimmy. I'm calling you back. My number is 517. I'm calling you in regards to the email that you sent me today, which I'm a bit confused by because I haven't noticed any attempt to contact me in the last several months. And I also don't understand why you would need to hear from me today. This has been going on for like 2 years. But anyways, I am available to talk to you. The phone call is and will be recorded when you do talk to me. But I would like to talk to you about this. So I look forward to you calling me back. Thank you. Bye.